Welcome to
Edu Addicts,
where we explore fascinating ideas that shaped our world. Today, we're diving into something that, something that might surprise you. India's incredible scientific legacy and how it's still influencing modern science today.
You know what's really mind-blowing? The fact that ancient Indian mathematicians figured out the concept of zero and the decimal system way before it became widespread. We're talking about mathematical concepts that basically form the foundation of our modern digital world.
Wait. Are you saying our computers wouldn't exist without these ancient Indian mathematicians?
Well, in a way, yes. The binary system that powers our computers is built on the concept of zero. And the decimal system? That's what makes all our calculations possible.
Right.
And here's something fascinating. The Kerala School of Mathematics nearly discovered calculus centuries before Newton and Leibniz.
Hold on, what? I thought calculus was a European invention.
That's what most people think, but these mathematicians in Kerala were working on infinite series and calculus-like concepts in the 14th century. They developed these sophisticated mathematical techniques for studying planetary orbits.
Speaking of planets, didn't India have some pretty advanced astronomy too?
Oh, absolutely. The astronomical calculations from ancient India were so precise that, they're actually still relevant for modern space missions. The calculations of planetary positions, solar eclipses, they were incredibly accurate.
That's wild.
And get this, they calculated the Earth's circumference and the length of the solar year with remarkable accuracy, using nothing but observation and mathematics.
But it wasn't just math and astronomy, right?
No, not at all. Let's talk about something really cool. Ancient Indian metallurgy. Have you ever heard of Damascus steel?
Yeah, isn't that the super strong steel that medieval swords were made from?
Exactly, but what many people don't know is that it actually originated from India. It was called Wootz steel, and the technology was so advanced that modern scientists are still trying to fully understand how they made it.
No way.
Yeah, and here's where it gets really interesting. NASA scientists have been studying these ancient Indian metallurgy techniques for developing new materials for space exploration.
Wait, so you're telling me that ancient Indian metalworking is helping us build spaceships?
Well, sort of. The principles and techniques they used are helping us understand how to create better materials for space applications.
That's incredible.
And we haven't even touched on medicine yet. The surgical techniques described in ancient Indian texts were so advanced that they're sometimes called the foundation of modern surgery.
Really? What kind of procedures are we talking about?
Well, they were performing cataract surgeries, plastic surgery, and even brain surgery thousands of years ago. The text Sushruta Samhita describes surgical procedures in detail. That's honestly pretty mind-blowing.
Brain surgery in ancient times?
Yeah, and they had sophisticated instruments and sterilization procedures too. They used honey and clarified butter as antiseptics.
That's fascinating. But how did all this knowledge get lost?
Well, it's a combination of factors, really. Colonial period, destruction of ancient universities, and the general disconnect from our historical scientific traditions.
Right.
But you know what's really exciting? Modern scientists are now going back to these ancient texts, trying to understand and validate these discoveries using modern scientific methods.
Like what, for example?
Well, take Ayurveda, for instance. Modern pharmaceutical companies are now studying ancient herbal formulations to develop new medicines.
That's actually pretty cool.
And it's not just medicine. The mathematical techniques from the Kerala School are being studied for their applications in modern computing and cryptography.
So what you're saying is that that this ancient knowledge isn't just history, it's actually relevant today?
Exactly. It's like this vast reservoir of scientific knowledge that we're only beginning to tap into again.
And that's what makes this so fascinating, right? The idea that solutions to modern problems might be hidden in ancient texts.
Absolutely. And you know what's really interesting? The holistic approach these ancient scientists took. They didn't see disciplines as separate. Mathematics, astronomy, medicine, they were all interconnected.
Kind of like how we're now realizing that that everything in science is connected?
Exactly. Modern science is actually coming full circle, recognizing the value of this integrated approach.
That's fascinating.
And here's something that really blows my mind. These ancient scientists were doing all this without modern tools or computers, just pure observation and mathematical reasoning.
It really makes you wonder what else we might discover as we continue to study these ancient texts.
Oh, absolutely. There's still so much we haven't fully understood or decoded yet.
And that's what makes this whole field so exciting, right?
Yeah, and you know what's really interesting? The way these discoveries are challenging our assumptions about the history of science.
How so?
Well, it shows that scientific progress isn't linear. Different civilizations made amazing advances at different times, and sometimes that knowledge was lost and had to be rediscovered.
Right.
And it really emphasizes the importance of preserving and studying historical knowledge.
Because you never know what solutions from the past might help us solve problems in the present.
Exactly. And that's why this work of rediscovering and understanding India's scientific legacy is so crucial.
It's like we're building bridges between ancient wisdom and modern science.
That's a perfect way to put it.
And on that note, I think we've covered some pretty mind-blowing ground today.
We really have. From zero to space exploration, from ancient surgery to modern medicine, it's quite a journey.
And that's all we have time for today. Thanks for joining us on this fascinating exploration of India's scientific legacy. Until next time.
Thank you.